Happy people, it has been a while since I've done a video, but finally I've got a bit of free time to make one, and it's just going to be an allotment tour because I hadn't put one out for a couple of months due to baby William being born. So he is doing really well, and he's just after 4 months settling down now. So it's given me a chance now to come back up to the allotment. I've been coming up, but it's given me a chance to come up with the camera and do a little allotment tour, show you where we are, what I'm doing, what's new, what's not, and what I've got planned for future videos. So I'm going to take you on a little tour now of the Happy Acres Allotment kitchen allotment. It's good to see you all again now. So we're just walking in now. Let's have a quick scour around. It is okay-ish, still needs a bit of tidying for me. So first we're going to start with this plot. This is in memory of my dad, Billy, and this is his apple tree that we grew from seed, and he loves spring onions, so we've been planting loads of spring onions in. We've got red and white ones in there to go after our favourite club, Sheffield United, so that is in there. He did have some flowers growing in his tin, but they seem to have died off, so we'll replace them. We need to do a grand opening on this yet, but not quite yet because we haven't finished with it. So if we step back, we have got in this bed the elephant garlic. We've recently pulled some Casablanca garlic up and Japanese onions. Yesterday I pulled them up, and just there we've got a sunflower. The Japanese onions, not as good as I thought they were going to be. Put 30 and I got about 8 from them, so not brilliant. But the elephant garlic is looking amazing. And the one thing that has annoyed me this year with this bed, it is meant to be no dig. It's turned into a dig bed because the weeds from next door, because they're not looking after the plot, it's all blowing over and onto my plot, and it's causing me more work. But enough said about that. In this little netted cage we've got broccoli. It's gone to seed because it's flowering, which is disappointing. I'll not be doing that again because that's the second time it's happened. The strawberry bed is wild and a bit weedy. This is going to be going when these strawberries are finished. There is quite a few on them, because I want to have this as a growing bed, and I want to move the strawberries further up to help against the maize tail. So that's that. In here we have more elephant garlic. Here we have some of my French strawberries, which are doing really well, and we do have some on, as you can see, and we've got more coming. So again, really pleased that they've grown this year and done really well. Here is the jungle of raspberries. So I will trim this down. I'm just letting them go wild for a bit, and then I will trim it down eventually. But I'm going to let it go wild for a bit because it's keeping the weeds at the bay at the back. So that's that. Over here is meant to be for the beans. We put Monge 2 in, but that ended up being... I've got an old bank card. I just found an old bank card in my compost. That is not good, and it is not mine, it's the wife's. She'll be told off for that. So finding a bank card, that's mad. So in there it's meant to be Monge 2. It has failed, like a lot of seedlings have failed this year. A bit disappointed with that. But then what we've done is we've covered that bed with our own made compost that is not quite ready, but it's on there and it's keeping the weeds at bay, so that's good. Over here built a new bed with netting on. That's for the Kairobe, so that's going to go in there. And then round here we're just going to plant general plants in. Under here we have our Swedes. These are German. I can't remember the name of them. They're going really well at the minute, and I can see them growing lovely. And what we've done is we've put them in and then we've covered them with hay to keep all the weeds at bay. On this side we've got kale underneath the bottles, as you can see, and then we've got onions at the back and leeks at the front. In here we've got some more spring onions. No, these are leeks, sorry, leeks, and then beetroot at the back, which you can't really see. I've had to put this fence up because the fox keeps coming in and it's beginning to annoy me. In here we have sprouts growing, and there's a bit of grass growing for some reason, and I don't know why. So I'm going to have to get in there and get that out. But there, that's in there. Round on this bed, just had a good digging over, we've got loads of French breakfast radishes. And then over here we have got sweet corn, and just there we've got some Dutch strawberries. I've just put that one out, I've got some more to put in, but I want to see how it tastes before I put any in. Over here we've got our onions, and to me they just look rubbish again, like they did last year. So I'm getting a bit annoyed with the onion situation, so I've got to do something about that. And then at the back there's just a few potatoes. That is another failed Monge 2 effort. I'm really fed up with it. Here we have rows of potatoes. Now in here, if you remember the potato trial, we actually have on this side is the chintered seeded potatoes, and on this side is homegrown. Not much difference. There at the top is some seeded potatoes, and then here is a big row of potatoes again that I took from the cupboard, and nothing. So they've worked all the way up there but not worked there. Strange. Rhubarb at the back doing what it's doing. This no dig bed's working well. We still keep getting maize tail in it. There's just a piece over there, but it's not as bad as it has been. And we've just got a little pumpkin plant which is trying to work. If you can see here, there used to be a bean frame that has gone, taken down, now replacing it with pallets that are being filled for composting down and then growing in. And then at the back here, the basil plant's gone, it's died. The rosemary's doing well. The cherry tree's alright, but the birds keep nicking them. So these two are honeyberries. Again, nothing off them, so they're coming out this year. The apple tree looks a bit sorry for itself. I don't know why. And then we've got the mint. So, round to the pond. It's been emptied and it's going to be cleaned out today and then refilled. So that's a big job for me today. This is baby William's plot when he's ready. He's not going to be ready for a few years yet, but I wanted to do it anyway. Let's have a look at this bed. This is another no-dig bed. I've purchased a lot of hay this year to cover everything up. When these get a bit more bigger, I'll be haying that to keep the weeds down. In the polytunnel, it does look a bit upside down, but we have got some beautiful cabbages growing, as you can see, and one there. The only issue that I've got is the tomato plants don't look as good. So as you can see, they don't look as big as they should do. Now, I did a bit of research, and you're not meant to plant cabbages and tomatoes next to each other, and I didn't know that. So maybe that is stumping the growth of them, which I hope not. But we are getting some beautiful, beautiful cabbages. Look at the size of that. I mean, wow. And the old frame, old bean frame, is now in here, and it's used as a tomato climb frame. Let's pop back out. Not looking there because it's a right mess. And then we'll take a trip to the greenhouse where we, if I can get in, where we have some Casablanca garlic dried out and some Japanese onions. I've got more than 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So they're drying out. So in here I'm not too pleased with everything. Planted these last week, shot up, sweet corn, we need more, we haven't got enough in. Planted them 2 weeks ago, only got 5 out of all them. Shocking. That is more beetroot. I love my beetroot. These are the Dutch strawberries. So I've got a flower on one there. We're going to get a strawberry off that. That would be amazing. So they're going to go in now, I think, because I know they're ready. And they're going to go in with the sweet corn. And then the rest of the strawberries are going to move to the sweet corn as well. Because that is a bed that is affected by maize tail. In here we've got more spring onions, and it looks like beetroot's got in with it somehow. I don't know how, but it has. But this is the issue I've had quite a bit this year. I've had a lot of seedlings just look like that, and they look absolutely pants. I don't know why, and I've got no reason for it. But these are no good, so they're all just going to be binned, and I'm going to start again. It's getting a bit late to start again, but I will. Because I still believe there's plenty of time to get things growing. Over here we've got our peppers, and we've got our tomatoes, and we've got our chilies doing well. Could be doing better, I think. Again, more plants that are just failing, not looking good. I don't know if it's me or it's the seeds. I'm blaming the seeds because I'm too good not to mess things up. Just joking. Here we've got some kale, and then at the back I've got some more beans in. So I'm hoping that we can rescue our bean growing this year. Sorry, there's a fly. Here we've got some cauliflowers, and I need to get these out soon as, so that's going to be a today job. And then here we've got leeks, so they just need to be a bit bigger before they go out. And the great news this year, but I'll get to it in a minute. First of all, we've got some more Swedes here, so these need to go out as well. But the great news is I have grapes this year. Yay! Look at them. There they are, and they are meant to be like that. So they start like that, but they are meant to be like that. They swell up apparently, I've been told, as you can see. And we have just got bunch after bunch after bunch after bunch of grapes. This is just amazing. 4 years. 4 years it's taken to get to this stage. So really, really, really happy with that. So yeah, please this bunch were absolutely brilliant to get me first set of grapes. So I'll be able to make that wine now. The only thing is, when I do make the wine, I've got to keep it away from my missus because it is lethal for her. So that is the polytunnel, not the polytunnel, that is the greenhouse. Hello again. Thank you for just following me on that quick tour. I know it's not the best one I've ever done, but there has been a lot of work done, and also a lot of work not done. So I am playing catch up quite a bit. There is a lot of things I've lost and a lot of things I need to redo and do better on. Yeah, everything, I'm pleased with things that are in. I'm just a bit unpleased with some of the seedlings, but I've been talking to everyone around here and they seem to have had the same problem with seedlings this year, not working. I really do think the weather we had in May, where it just did not stop raining, that did not help at all. I think that killed the Japanese onions. I think that it didn't help with a lot of the plants that were already in, because they're only small. I think they just got drowned. No matter how much I came to fork or do things, I think that it's just one of them things. Last year we had all the frost in May, late frost, that nearly killed my potatoes, but killed my onions instead. And then this year we've had all the rain in May, so next May can we just have a nice sunny one? And you know, I won't have to complain. But thank you again for joining me. Thank you for coming back to the channel. Thank you for not unsubscribing and still supporting me. Future videos are going to be made. I'm hoping, I'm not going to guarantee it, but I'm hoping to get one a month if I can, maybe 2 a month. They will be based here, or they will be based back at home, and there will be crafts, gardening crafts to do. There will be cooking to do, just like the videos before. So look out for them, and you know, as I always say, like, share and subscribe, and thank you again for watching. It really means the world to me. Until the next video, I don't know when it'll be. Goodbye from Happy Acres.